coming up on west.
So once we see it coming back uphill to the west, we kind of want to stop, right, and then go south along the bottom of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely more over here now.
I don't want to put a 40-meter move in by any means, at most a 20-meter.
There's a real return at 10.
Okay. Then we may actually be.
Do we have any swing left?
Yeah, you're gonna have.
Definitely.
Okay.
You're gonna have 4 or 5 minutes of swing still.
Okay. I'm gonna lock in my depth and push.
So just a note about that shrimp in inverted commas that we were just looking at.
Right.
Tina Molitsova, and I agree with her. Actually,
I think I'm over the middle of the
a mysid, which is a
channel here.
Oh, you've
can
got room?
commonly be confused
Yeah, we got
with
28
shrimp.
meters.
Ooh, yeah.
But
Get
it's
some
actually
tether and
another type
stretch
of crustacean.
a little bit here.
Yeah, go for it.
And
See
Tina's
what
actually
we've got
joining
out
us from
here.
Coming
Russia,
down for
so
you.
it's
Thanks.
the mid.
Well, then we may not need to move
hours
west at
of
all
the
anymore
mid-morning,
if you're able to get out there.
in Russia from the
No,
Shirshov
well,
Institute of
doesn't that make
Oceanology.
sense with
I
you?
guess she's home now, but thank you
Give it a
very
little
much, Tina.
push.
Tina's one of the world experts on
Seeing what I can find.
corals, especially antipotherians
I
or
mean, we
black
could
corals.
drop from here, maybe.
So thank you, Tina. We
I think
really
we should,
appreciate
yeah.
Yeah,
you
you're
still
coming
being
down
up with
already.
us and pitching in
I'll
as
push
usual.
the delta down.
Tina said that the
Push my,
the meditative
do you
nature
wanna
of
go
our
till
pillow
you're
basalt
15 and see
landscape
what we
was
can
putting her
reach?
to sleep,
Sure.
which I can understand.
Keep going.
Are you comfortable with altitude 15? This isn't too close, right?
Nah, I think we're okay.
All right, cool. Well, I'll just push down below you.
It doesn't,
There's bottom in sight.
where we are now, doesn't, I mean, that makes sense with the
Yeah,
channel if the map's offset. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I don't think we want to go west anymore.
No, I think we're done moving west. We'll be ready to move south.
Yeah.
I'm actually, look, I got an uphill here. Oh, it's a little downhill ahead of me, but the uphill's up there, so this might be the center of the channel right here.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so from eavesdropping on our pilots, I think we're pretty much at our
And
westernmost
you should see some.
point.
I used
South.
might be.
Should see a good
We
return
haven't
south.
totally
Yeah.
figured it out. But yes.
And after this, I think we're going to start slowly moving towards the south.
Yeah, do you want to push stereos towards the center of this a little more? Or what's your,
I don't-
you're at 70. I can push a little more, I guess, huh? You want to
70.
come down a little more? Your camera's at 70.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I'm over it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, here's
I think
where I
we
think
spin south and then go.
here's where I think the middle of it is right here. Right about here.
That appears to be this on the screen, right
Yeah.
in the middle of that circle.
Yeah, is that where we're trying to get?
This is the area we're exploring, and we can go south from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
All
not,
right.
we're not going to get a return. We shouldn't get a return south.
No, I don't expect to return south.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, for you to get down low enough, do you want to get closer to the right here in the middle where it's deeper? Or no? Because where I am, it's the.
I think I'm going to swing in there anyway.
Oh, okay. You've got 25 plus it's 30. This bottom right here is 30 meters below you instead of 20.
Yeah.
Right. So okay. Hopefully you inch out to this area, and then we can drop you. And then
I mean, we could
scan
put in
left
a
to south.
we could put in a small move, but
10 or 15 or 20 or something.
yeah. that's
Why
fine.
don't we just kind of cut the middle of it and go
Yeah.
more towards 226?
Oh, you want to do a? Okay, that's okay with me.
That's fine with me.
Co-pilot's all right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm already delta 20, and I can't quite get to the bottom here, so I'm going to back up.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and
Push down a little.
put in a ship move for 225 degrees, 20 meters though this time.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Roger
sounds
that.
good.
So there's no interest in exploring farther west, right?
Not now, not
Okay.
from what we've been told.
Okay.
Not at this moment.
All right.
That's all I'm going to come down, pilot.
What we're thinking
Copy
is
that.
that there's
Bridge
probably
nav.
like a
I'll come
50 to
find something
70 meter
interesting.
on either side of those waypoints
Within
that we
reach.
might be interested in.
Copy that. We will
We get a 20 meter ship move at 220 degrees,
get in the
0.2
most comfortable
knots.
position we can for now and explore as we go and see what we can find.
Cool.
So we're going to
Good
start,
copy.
we're doing like a southwesterly move so we can center ourselves a little bit in this area so it's an easier mow and as well as start moving south.
Okay, perfect.
So give you a little bit of extra time to scan.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so you're lined up on 250. What are we doing? 225?
225.
So shore-based scientists,
You
I'm
got
not
10
sure how
minutes to
much
get
of that
there.
exchange you
Okay,
might have heard,
so I need to
Six
but we
minutes.
have
a little
reached
farther.
our westernmost point.
I'll come around for
And
you.
so we're,
Thanks.
as the ship starts to move, we will also start to move to the south, and we'll just be kind of working back and forth across this low,
All right, there you go.
looking for the
Thanks.
source of venting. And we'll continue on this until we figure out something else to do. Or
How wide is
until
that
we
channel? Just
find
out
hydrothermal
of
venting.
curiosity, right there.
It's about 60 meters at the.
Boy, these pillows
Deep
are
part.
cool.
So mowing the lawn
Look
back
at
and
this
forth,
one.
we can't even see.
It
We won't even be able
it
to
had
get
like
up
a
on
structural failure right
Wanna
at the
take a
south part of
snap
the
of that,
pillow.
there. Yeah, sorry.
left?
I'm just situating myself.
Looks
Patty,
like it's
aren't you
square
excited?
oozing
Yeah.
out.
Why, I'm
This
just
isn't- I don't
noticing in the
understand the
center of the field of
point of
view
this.
that the tube that's coming down, more or less the center, slightly to the left, has a lot of these small protrusions as we saw yesterday in the more glassy lavas that kind of look like the Chihuly art, but not quite as spectacular.
Yeah,
It's very interesting how diverse these pillows are in this area.
I agree. We really have seen a lot of really interesting lava flow formations. But this one's particularly cool.
All right, video, if you want to start in. This one's cool for sure.
Can you rise just a little bit?
Rise just a little eye. Sorry, I had just started to
You
push
can
down
just
to settle.
see
So.
the inner lava pouring out of the hole in this pillow. This is really amazing video.
Yeah, it really, you know, these pillows really give you a feel for what this would have looked like
And
when
if
it
you
was
just
erupting.
want to continue to rise, I'll
And I think
pull
they
up and
really,
you can show the
bring that out.
more smooth one in the far background.
And for the
Okay.
shore-based
Rising
scientists,
up.
just in case you're worried that we're not moving, I think we're waiting for a ship move right now.
one
yeah,
is that
ship
correct?
is
Ship's
underway.
starting to move. Yeah, so we're just
Shrimp
kind of
up
hanging
there we
out
can
until
view.
we can also get on the road.
Say again, Roland.
We can view the shrimp on the same lava that I was just describing that we want to view.
Okay, you can start it on the shrimp. I'll bring it into view.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, look, there's something biological. Is it a shrimp?
Oh, yeah, I thought he was swimming, but he's crawling in the background.
It's a shrimp.
Yeah, so this is like a Nematocrossinus. They're the
Tasty
really
one.
long-legged
Came down to
ones,
like 80.
Thanks.
which we've seen quite a
I'll
lot
have to
of
continue
previously.
ahead then.
I think there are a couple species in the
All right,
area.
Roland. I should
Pulling
keep
out.
mowing the lawn. Thanks.
And you need to look at some teeth around the eyes, which we need really good zoom of.
I'm sorry, did you say teeth around
not,
the eyes?
Yeah, not actual teeth that you used to eat, but like spines.
Oh, spines.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to be very excited by teeth around the eyes.
Thank you, Bridge.
Yeah, teeth around the eyes. It's definitely seafood for you. Oh, here's a little different. These are smaller flows.
Yeah, there are some smaller flows.
Shrimp joke.
Unfortunately,
Hashtag
there's no
shrimp
hydrothermal staining yet.
jokes. Yeah,
Nope.
it will be our mission to find you hydrothermal staining. We'll do what we can.
So compared to yesterday's dive when we were in lava flows that were actually less than 2 years old, which we saw very, very black, shiny, glassy surfaces, these pillows are probably quite a bit older than that. They have a lot more sediment on them.
Still playing a little catch up.
We're not
Sorry.
seeing any of those glassy or vitreous surfaces. It doesn't mean that there isn't still glass on these. It's just that we're not seeing it. They're certainly not as young. And we've been seeing more sediment entirely as we've been wandering along today. So these guys are definitely older.
Still a little awkward to keep things in view, but I'm going to turn towards the south and see if I can see anything to look at. This is all downhill.
I think we're in the. I think we're here. And we're going.
We're
there.
right here.
Yeah, and that's all downhill.
And it's going to be all downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're aware, pilots, that it's downhill. What we were talking about was that we're willing to sacrifice a little bit of great imagery right now in the hopes of attempting to find something.
Okay, so we're mostly just. Okay.
Just if you can try to just stick to the floor as much as you can.
All right.
And we'll just continue to use both Sirius and the front camera to look around as we can.
Okay. Well, we'll do what we can to bring you hydrothermal vents or
Come down a little bit for you. I got some more room here.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Basically back on the bottom.
So for those shore-based scientists and public who may have just joined us
So I guess
on
I'm
our
gonna
hunt for
have
hydrothermal
to
vents,
hop
we
back and forth
made it
between
to our
these two
first
walls,
waypoint, which was
essentially,
on a local
until I
high
can't
that turned
reach
out to
doing
be
that
a very
anymore.
cute little eruptive vent for pillow lavas.
So there's one here.
But
Maybe I'll go
unfortunately,
ahead and
there
face
was
south then.
no
You
hydrothermal
just,
activity.
you can. You just started moving.
We
Yeah.
have some uncertainty in
recently,
the location
but,
of those
yeah, whenever you want to start
hydrothermal
looking
activity
south as
hits.
well, I
Right.
can
So
start
what
thinking
we've
about
done
it
is
next
dropped
year.
So if I
down
turn
to
south
the west,
and then towards
and we're now in a little bit of a valley
east.
between two pillow mounds.
Are we done that
And
last
we're
wave?
going to
Or
sort
towards
of
the west, I
wander
mean.
to the south. We're going to be sort of
We've
looking
done that
back
last
and
move?
forth. We're going to ask
Yes.
the pilots
Yeah.
to sort of
So
wave
I've definitely moved. I've definitely
to
started
the
moving.
west
Yeah, you started
and to
moving
the east
about
as we drive southward
2-3 minutes
while
ago.
looking for evidence of
I
hydrothermal
thought you said I
activity,
had started moving.
like
No, I meant to say you're in the middle of it.
staining
I
or
said
mass.
you had, and I misspoke.
Let's go. Yeah, so I'm south. So whenever we want to.
All right,
Yeah.
here's the west side. We're facing due west. I've acquired the wall on the west.
Great, thank you.
Scanning along. I do see something white, so we'll take
Bridge
a quick
nav.
look here.
Okay.
Fish on
There's
the
a
right.
Look at
fish.
that flat collapsed pillow.
Can we get a
There's something
40
on the
meter, that's
rock.
40
That poor
meter
guy just
move at 180 at 0
Is that a
decimal 2
cool-
knots,
oh,
please?
that's a brittle star.
Yeah,
What's the thing above the? Is that a fish?
it's a star.
There's a sea star, and then
shrimp?
there's a brittle star, and there's a fish.
A fish.
Look
Good
at
copy.
the sea
No
star.
white shrimp so far. Roland, we're going to keep the zooms to not a minimum, but kind of a minimum so that we can do quick scans and try to find the key things we're looking for.
Okay, that doesn't go against our normal of making sure we identify the species in the areas.
Okay, well, we'll have to make a judgment call.
There's also something on the bottom left corner of that rock.
There's lots of rocks. Oh, the legs. Yes, I see.
Oh, look
Sorry.
at these tiny little stringy pillow.
I am
pillow
south
lavas.
and at 70.
Wow,
Copy
and look
that
at that one that
for
has just
reference.
bumps everywhere. Look at all those extrusions on the right
Yeah.
center as it's sort of moving off screen. I don't know that we've actually seen much of this particular morphology with these little tiny
Okay.
like
I'm gonna
pushes outward from the main
jump
pillow.
towards the
Extrusion.
east.
I was trying to figure out a
Find
word that wasn't
I think
extrusion.
this looks a little,
Awkward blue for a
I'm
bit
sorry.
here.
No,
I think
go,
this
Patty.
looks a lot like yesterday's little glassy pillows, but looks like they've broken off, do you think?
Oh, maybe that's a possibility as well.
There's the center
Definitely more sediment, which
crevasse.
makes sense as we're down in a valley as opposed to
You're
being
still
on a
at
high.
70, 68? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're ways out there. I can tilt up for you if you want.
That's okay. Just trying to
I'll come down a little.
stay ahead of the game a little bit here.
I'll come down for you. I think I'm dead center of this thing. So
Okay.
come down 3 or 4 meters. But yeah, at
Okay.
16.
Okay, so I'm pushing to the east. We've got a southerly move on. Nav?
Oh, yes, we do. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I was doing some calculations here.
I tilted up for you, but I came down. So
Great.
once I get you back into range, I'll keep it at 70.
Yeah, you can keep it right where... I don't think I'm going to do much backwards driving. I'm going to scan left and right of the
Yeah,
hill.
I
So
think that's a good idea.
you can keep it at 50 or something.
Copy.
And every time I turn, I'll do a scan south. There shouldn't be anything there, but it's worth a look maybe.
Copy that.
I'll go for another half hour and then we can swap if you want.
Whatever works.
Okay. There's something that's going on here.
Just find some vents. We'll swap.
Can you zoom in video on this? See if this is just a what that is. Stain or a matte. Looks like a rock stain. Okay.
Partial.
Thanks. Yeah, that doesn't look like what we're looking for. Alright, and then there's something to the right. You can stay at this zoom. Oh, it's up. That's fine.
Go ahead, Bridge.
Alright, come partial. I thought I could see it.
You want
Yeah, come out a little bit.
Confirmed it is right now, but I'm going to discuss with my pilots real quick, and we may change it.
Oh, I lost it. Alright, scan along here, see if we can find anything.
Hey, pilots. Since
Yes?
we are getting into deeper maybe south, but again, we haven't been over there, so we don't know. So should we just keep the bailout plan as due north for now?
I think we might want to just keep
No, we're
it
gonna-
south.
Keep it
Yeah,
south?
keep it
Yeah.
south.
Okay.
Or
So we'll
change
go ahead
it to south.
And trust. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, I think that this is
all
accurate. It's just offset.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, it seems to be pretty accurate. It just
So we should be in the
Right.
middle of that channel now.
we're right in the valley, and this is all downhill.
Interesting
Yeah.
morphology, but
So-
no yellow. So
Okay.
jump
Then
back
I will get it changed.
around to the west. So, watch lead pilot. I don't know if they can hear me.
Bridge nav.
Yep.
I just wanted to.
We're going to go ahead and change that bailout plan to directly
let you
south at
know
180.
I don't know that we'll be able to reach all the way across in both directions once we get a ways into this.
Good
move.
copy.
For now, it's okay,
Okay.
but it's going to be more than 2 times the tether length.
Okay.
So we will have to adjust our plan when we get to that point, and I'll let you know when that happens.
To
so maybe
I'm
you
sorry.
want-
To which point?
to the point where it's more than 2 tether lengths wide, and we have to think about another way to mow the lawn.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, we may not be able to get the whole width, but
Okay. And
but
that's,
and if you have a great idea, we will absolutely accept
well,
it.
we can zigzag with the ship, or we can cheat to the west or the east, depending on what you think is more likely.
I
With
think it's-
waypoint 3 dropped, we can cheat
Yeah,
towards
cheat
the
towards
east.
that. I think that's actually a better idea.
All right.
Would be to, if we have to make that decision, that wow, look at all these little tiny extrusions. Sorry,
That's
I
okay,
think,
yeah.
I think you're right. As we start to
We'll keep them both in view for now, but as
Yeah.
we need to cheat, we'll cheat east.
right. Thank you.
All right, great.
I'm sorry,
Thanks.
I got distracted by the geology
That's
while
your
trying
job.
to
Yeah, that's
to
your
figure
job
out
to
where
get
we were going
distracted by
next.
it. That's okay. It's cool, broken pillow there.
Some spongy something left of lasers.
The white there?
Yep.
Yeah, we can take a zoom. Just slow down a little bit. Okay. Go ahead on in. Good eye. Oh, tinfoil. Bummer. Okay.
Pilots, if we're going to cheat east, I can start putting in like a 160 for the next one, just to give you a little bit more tether over there.
I still want to be able to reach west while we can.
okay.
So as long as you keep that in mind when you do it.
Yeah, you should be, because it does kind of
You can. It's okay with me if you want to cheat east early. Just make sure I can reach both sides.
10-4.
So that all I request. More shrimpy shrimp. Oops.
So, geologists who are hanging out with us on your weekend,
Coming on a shrimp.
has anybody ever seen morphology like this before with these little tiny
Want to snap zoom
buds
shrimp?
everywhere?
Make sure it's the same as we've been seeing. Yep.
Not from here.
More of the same.
One of the things the scientists have been struggling to see is the horn on the front and the teeth that are on the horn.
The horns on the front. Okay.
There's one central one that comes up between the eyes.
Okay. The next still one. If I have time, we'll do it. It'd be hard to get that close to zoom on a walking guy.
Little buds coming off of pillows in some places, but
Okay.
I think
I
you're
forget
gonna
where that was from.
run out of the ability to hit both sides
Well,
really quickly.
I
Yeah.
can say that for myself, this is pretty new for me.
Yeah,
I don't know that
I
I've
can start
ever
giving
seen
you a little more delay
this
between
many
ship
little
moves
tiny
if you'd
pillow
rather.
buds coming
No,
off
that's
pillows
okay.
before.
I think we're trying to move along quick and characterize. We're not trying to get a lot of detail.
Why don't you
We
come
start
back to
seeing-
the center here, Jeff?
If we start seeing
I think
yellow
it's kinda
venting,
cute.
I will. Once we start seeing yellow venting, we'll.
Yeah, it's interesting how in
Zoom
some
off.
places there's so many of them, and in other
Okay,
places there's
time
not.
for another
So
blue water hop. Just
when
a
we were
second.
discussing these this morning, we were trying to figure out what might be the difference. And one idea was that maybe
That's interesting,
down
isn't
the
it?
slope end
I am
of a long
facing.
tube that has a lot of pressure in it.
Look at this guy. No venting
Kind of
now.
squirting out of little holes.
Do you have anything on
all
a
sides
sonar that would
of the
like
pillow.
this, maybe?
I think that's the west side of the slope. I think I came too far west.
Oh, I
It
see.
seems like these ones have, they certainly have
That's
more
interesting looking
likelihood
guy.
of
So I'm
squirting
facing
out
southwest.
little
So this
fingers
kind of wrapped
from
around a little
from all
bit, so you
sides
might
of the
get close to
pillow.
this. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
All right,
Thanks, Patty.
We'll jump off.
In
Go
some
east.
of the pillows we've seen, the ones that are open, have
There's south.
broken open. Some
Almost.
of them have very, very thin crust. Some of the larger ones.
Oh yeah.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, I think the
Oh yeah, that,
Co-pilot
there's
is
that
up
little
there,
shell.
the 160
Almost
move.
matches.
Kind of
What's that?
a 160
distributed
move.
Yeah.
tiny fingers
That sounds
are,
good.
are related
Yeah, I think that's
somehow
fine.
to,
Okay, just
much
if you
lower
wanted to turn that way or not,
viscosity in
it's
some of this
up to you.
material.
You know better.
I've got
Nice.
20 minutes
Great,
to do
thank
that.
you.
Probably. Or 10.
Sorry,
I can
wrote
let you know
that.
when we get close if you want.
You can just call it in. I got plenty of time to turn. I wouldn't worry about that. You can just go ahead
So,
and call it
survey
in.
scientists,
nav.
East. I'll push
we
east.
were talking with the ROV pilots about the fact that
Coming around.
eventually this little valley that we find ourselves in
There
is
we go.
going to be a little bit wider than their ability to survey across
Okay,
it.
I'm 160 for
And
you.
so what they're going
Bridge
to do
nav.
is shift slightly towards
Can we
the
get a 40
east
meter move at
so that we can
160,
see that,
0.2
and it
knots,
also
please?
helps us achieve movement towards our waypoint. Does that sound good to everyone?
Sounds good.
Good copy.
Okay.
Oh, that's a flare. Look at the little flare on there, huh?
On the.
Yeah, I keep thinking I'm
Dome?
seeing things. Yeah, I keep thinking I'm
yeah.
seeing things on the right. It's just a little flare.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Nav, you can, on stuff like that, I'm only moving 20 degrees, you can call it in. I've got 6 minutes to change heading.
Yeah, no, I actually meant I could tell you when you start moving on that move if you wanted to.
Oh. No, that's okay.
Okay.
It's not enough of a difference to really matter.
Copy.
Should be good.
Maybe you'll want to wag your heading left and right to keep me in view
Okay.
to some degree. I mean,
Try
That's
left
fine.
nav.
That's fine with me.
we're okay with this over here. I don't mind you wagging a little bit.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Anybody in dry lab?
Come back down a little. I'm going to have to keep doing that, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. We're going to have to figure out how we're to make it systematic.
I think we were about there.
Yeah.
It's just there's no real good way to do it.
Yeah. Just a couple of things on this rock, huh?
What if you guys used your GUI map?
Depends on how our DBL is doing. I might be just running off in random directions.
Were you talking to me, Roland?
No, I was just talking to the pilots about how to systematically
Oh.
Yeah.
know
Well,
where they're going.
we don't have a very good contoured idea on that
Yeah.
map either to compare. But let's come in on this real quick. See what this is. Is this a shadow on a rock, or is this a little thing sticking out?
Sticking out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. It's a shadow on a rock.
ROV workshop nav.
Thanks. All right. I'll try one more
I think
westerly.
Nav, unfortunately.
Oh.
I just heard the call at it.
Okay.
Not certain on that.
I think you're right. I didn't know if it was ROV or not.
Who are you trying to call?
Anybody in the dry lab or
Oh.
workshop?
Okay. So we're going to do one more push towards the west. Let's see what we've got here. See if I can still reach it. There's south. There's a little bump. That's cool. And oh jeez, yeah. I guess you'll have to follow me as I go.
Yep.
Follow you anywhere, pilot.
Thanks.
To the right. Back across to the west side.
Yeah.
Might as well jump there.
Try to push port while I go so I don't get too much under you.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of marine snow here.
Yeah. So you're still facing south east a little, and I've already got the westerly wall in view, so it's actually pretty close.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I think I've danger on sonar.
Something black on that rock, probably a holothorian.
Where?
Below lasers.
Huh?
Below lasers, it may also be a crack into the lava.
Could be a fish too. I don't know what it is. You can take a snap, zoom, see if it's something you want to look longer at. That looks like a hole to me.
Yep. Hollow hole.
One hole. Thanks.
Whole eye.
These pillows look like they had a little bit of a harder life than some of the other pillows.
Maybe they're just teenage pillows. They have little pimples.
And we're back with these pillows with all these little tiny protrusions on them.
Still writing a book, personification of pillows. Yeah, there's a lot more of the little bumps on the west side than there is on the east side. The east side seems to have much smoother. Well, they have the striations, but no jutting bumps.
That's interesting. Shore-based scientists, did you guys hear that? So that when we wag our tail west, what is that right in front of us?
This crumble here?
Yeah.
This is a crumble with
I
possibly
was trying to see if
staining.
it was orange. Yeah.
Yeah, we could take a look. Go ahead on in, video.
Never mind, shore-based scientists. I'll talk to you about pillows later. Well, it's got a little bit of orange staining.
A little orange
bit of
staining
iron.
and possibly a big hole right here. Look at that little really round piece right there. That's cool
Oh,
looking.
that is cool.
It's not a hole, it's a broken piece, but there's
Yeah,
like
and
almost
unfortunately,
perfectly
I
round.
don't think it gets us to our do we see hydrothermal staining aspect of our dive.
But maybe we're getting closer.
So, shore-based scientists, mainly geologists, because you probably care more. What
I think
we
we're
were
hugging.
hearing was that
I'm hugging that west wall there.
the
Yeah.
west, as we
So
look
we'll
to
just
the
keep
west,
shooting east and pull you off it.
we
That's
see
fine.
more of these
Should start to do that
pillows
soon.
with all sorts of little protrusions on them.
If you feel like
And the
we
ones
need
as
to
we
make
swing
a
back to the
easterly
east
hop, then we will.
actually
I don't
have
think so.
far
Let you
less of
make
them.
that
They're
call.
much smoother. So that's kind of an interesting
okay for
change
now.
in morphology.
Was that 40
between
meters now?
The pillow mound to the west and the pillow mound
Yes.
to the east.
Cool.
Guess I'll wag east and see what we've got.
And we're just about done with the move, by the way,
Definitely
too.
steeper
Okay.
on the west as well. For now,
Yeah, I agree.
Should be steeper on the east. Maybe we're not reaching the east side as
We're
well.
not. I think
not
the
getting
next
there.
one you might be starting to see steeper on the east.
Okay. All right. We'll try on this one. We'll see if we can get the steep part of the east side. I think that might be more characteristic. I'll stretch east a little.
I don't think
Yeah,
you're gonna see
no.
this.
So, Bill, do we have an idea of whether we want
Maybe.
to try
I don't know.
to
What? Not gonna see
go
what.
What's the width of
the pillow mound
It's
that's
about
north
60
of waypoint
meters.
3,
Oh, I
or
see
do we
this.
want
We're
to just
near
stay
that.
in the valley
If you're talking
and
about
then
this part right
angle
here.
towards waypoint 3?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
Might not be able to reach.
But where Nav? Where do you?
I would.
Thank you, Bridge.
Where do you think we are on the map?
There's
Nav?
the east.
It might be interesting to have a look at the west side of that.
I think we're right there.
ridge,
Serious?
at least.
Serious, I would think.
I'm not sure we need to go to the top of it.
I would actually say it's probably about right here.
So the offset is north and west.
Okay.
It's not just west.
It looks like it's, well, no, it just jumped up there. So I think the offset is just, I've been checking to see if it could see a northwest offset, a north-south offset.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one.
Okay. So you think just...
Yeah,
So I think we're straight up
I'd be in favor
east
of
of,
angling
okay.
down.
That's good to know.
Okay.
So in that case, then we definitely won't get to the east side.
on this one.
Yeah, we'll try.
Okay. I will. I'll
So
ask.
there's
Nav
the east
about
side
that.
wall, off in the distance there. We're
This
trying
move,
to cheat east, but
the move that I put in at 160 should put you 12 meters closer.
all right, good. Awesome. We need
But
that.
Jeff, so you were totally right. These really do look, very different than they did on the western side. The pillows look much more, dare I say, normal
Yeah.
on this side than they did on the other side when we were looking at them.
But
It is.
also, Copilot, if it
It is
doesn't, I can always put
interesting.
another one
Bit
in
of a
and get you another
sheet
12 meters
here in the
closer.
middle.
That way we're just kind of inching over there.
Sorry,
so that-
video. I didn't catch
Yeah.
what you said.
Okay.
A bit of a sheet
We'll see how it plays out.
Oh yeah.
flow
Yeah, it's,
right there in the middle.
Yeah.
We're looking at
Decode
another
this
pillow
thing.
that
I
looks
mean,
like
you're
it
maybe halfway through a
just had
move
a
there.
collapse and ooze down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
West.
Check that out. That's
And
cool.
that goes along
at
fairly
the end
well
of
with
my
what
tether. You can
Patty
go on
Fryer was saying
partial.
earlier, that these are probably
Just frame that.
less viscous.
Oh,
they're
that's
more
so cool.
fluid.
Yeah, we'll see where I wind up, man. Check it out.
Good. It's just like a little wave.
Copy.
Awesome. So unfortunately, at the very moment, until the next ship move that we cheated east kicks in, we're a little bit far from the east wall. It's about as close as I can get.
It's okay. We'll live.
So
Come
we'll.
down a little.
So we're gonna scan along and take a look, but I don't see any yellow staining, so we're not missing anything yet.
Right.
Should
And
have a little
actually,
bit more tether.
Pilot Nav, could we have a little chat, perhaps?
Go ahead.
So I think as we continue down this valley, so the ultimate goal is to get to waypoint 3, which, you can see right at the bottom of the high pack.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't end up seeing anything as we're scanning west and east in the valley, I think we'd like to do a little run up that pillow mound that's north of waypoint 3. We don't have to go all the way to the top of it, exactly where you just hit that point. We don't have to go all the way to the top, but it might be nice to try to take at least a partial run at looking up the slope on it.
So you want to get to waypoint 3. If there's nothing there, then come back north and run up that.
It would be better if we could do it the other way because the next waypoint's further south.
I like that better anyways. Sounds good. I was going to propose that if you were saying the opposite.
No. Hit that one on the way to waypoint 3. And we don't have to go all the way to the top. We just want to kind of see what it looks like.
So pause there and do a little bit more investigation.
Exactly.
Copy that. Facing off to the west.
That
again.
would call for a 130 ship move. So if you end up over there and can investigate that area, and call it in.
Okay.
About 130 degrees from where.
I wasn't quite sure when you wanted to do that because I can't really tell.
No,
are
we've got-
we just offset to the west, but the latitude is right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're off by 100 degrees, they said. So it's very small north-south and mostly
East-west.
east-west.
Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys enough time to think about how you might want to.
That was what was
Get that
left
eyeball
on the
in.
report, at least.
Yeah, I just
So.
can't imagine 10 degrees. So the destination, the word there is pretty much where we want to go, and then look around to the east there.
Local high question mark.
Yeah.
Should be
Yeah.
where we're headed.
Right, and then
Not trying to get there, but that's...
yeah.
If we put the ship over,
Yeah.
you should be able to see here.
Is that local high question mark offset for us to use as the?
I think that was the previous one, the navigator setup, and I believe that's where it's expected this is.
Okay.
Stretching back
Copy
out
that.
to the westerly wall. Chase me.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
Trying to sort stuff out with Nav. Take your time.
And waypoint 3, is that already offset, or is that?
Waypoint 3, I believe, was put in
Original.
from
So
original.
we're back in those tiny
Copy.
little pillows. Actually, the pillows themselves are big. It's like tiny little toe features.
So we'll make our way down to destination
And
there,
I think we're
and then
back
we'll head
looking
east.
at the western
Okay.
Or we
wall,
can
which is
kind
where
of
we've been seeing
diagonal it
these.
if you want.
Okay. So,
Sorry, Roland.
are you
I know
on board with the
gotta adjust
130 degree
gain as I
move,
come
or
in
do you
a lot.
want?
Yeah, I
Alright.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they pay me for. Make it look as pretty as I can.
Yeah, let's do that.
All
Copy.
right, so shore-based scientists. We're still
Bridge
continuing
nav.
down the valley. We're
So, yeah,
moving
you're
to
Can we
the
go ahead and get a
south.
40 meter
South
move?
still at
130,
D.
0
Still
decimal
pretty
2 knots,
close
please.
to small.
What we're going to
Yeah.
do after we
I came
continue
too
to
far
move
west.
south is make a
So
little
we'll-
run at this
As long as they're okay
local
losing the
high
west wall.
that's probably most likely a pillow mound.
Jump
That is
across.
just north of our
Good copy.
waypoint 3. We'll
Yeah,
take a
awesome.
little run on it, make a decision about how far up we want to go or how long we want to spend there, and then we'll head to waypoint 3. Does that sound good to everyone?
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay, great. Just want to make sure I'm getting it right.
Okay, so according to nav and co-pilots, oh, look at this. Hold on. There's, is that crab or shaped or something else?
That is a
Do you
squat
actually see
lobster.
Come
biology?
in. Yeah, come in, please.
It's a squat lobster.
Here's your little white squat lobster guy.
Excellent.
Isn't that what we're looking for?
There's a swat lobster, a
Not a
Munidopsis,
shrimp. Oh, you're looking for
swat lobster, which
Shrimp, not squat lobsters. All right. Well,
we've seen a few of
I saw a white guy
throughout this
with
dive. They
feet.
are
I thought
found
maybe that was
in the
what we were
deep sea
looking
as
for.
well as at hydrothermal vent communities. The hydrothermal vent communities, they tend to be scavengers which kind of hang around the peripheral areas of vents, but I don't think that's what's happening here. I think this is just...
Okay.
If we start seeing nothing but squat lobsters, as well as
other
hydrothermal staining
things.
and maybe
Yeah.
some microbial mats, then I think we'd feel
Yeah.
more confident that we were coming up to a hydrothermal vent area.
All right. I got excited for nothing.
No, that's great. We're glad you're looking.
If you
So
pull
anyways,
straight back, you'll show them a pretty cool
That
view.
guy.
You can see it in HD2.
Just love looking at these pillows as they're oozing downhill.
Okay. That's the cool view. I'm looking for this guy, like that.
Yeah, and it continues to go down below that.
Oh, it does. Look, look, look.
So I'm a little, maybe 40, 50 degrees off of our move. Let's get on back there if you don't mind.
Okay, I'm pushing. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a good look at each wall.
Sure. If you want to,
Stern east, or east. Push hard.
if you want to come back down, I'll come back down as well. I'm at
Am I
23
slowly
or
floating up
24.
each time?
What's that?
Am I slowly floating up as we go?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Unless you're giving it a good up command.
No,
I don't know about
I'll tune it down a little more.
22. I don't know. That should be okay.
Yeah, I did tune it down already. I pushed it a little
Hmm.
bit. So,
Maybe just as might be a slight upwelling or something.
yeah. Sure. I don't know, or over time.
Yeah, sure.
I'm literally barely giving commands on my verts at all. But it's also falling off, I guess. So it could be that maybe. Are you pulling just? But it's also falling off, I guess. So it could be that maybe. Are you pulling up?
Negative. I'm just gonna hold here.
But I mean, were you pulling up along?
No, I haven't pulled up in
Oh,
since we
okay.
sat down.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just not pushing down enough to keep us with a general downward slope as we go south.
Yeah, I think we're just falling off.
Yeah.
So I'm around to 130. That's our move.
Is this back in the wall, or do I have a bump in the middle? Are you southern? Oh no, you're back east. I see.
Yeah, 130.
You're 130. Okay. So
And that should give you a nice view of the wall to the east.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like out ahead, or to my left to the east is that wall.
Yep.
So we might actually. Well, at this current heading, we're going to come up and over that. Right? I'm at 130. That's dead ahead of me.
Oh, that's very nice.
Well,
It's like pillow basalt art.
let's
I
see.
think I might go home and blow up some of these pictures and frame them.
It really reminds me of this soft sculpture that someone does.
The what?
I can't soft sculptures. Do you know what I mean?
Like made out of knit material?
Not knit, but it's like they're like stockings that have been stuffed.
Oh.
I'll
So
try to
maybe
find it.
Nav, we're like.
I guess that could absolutely look like.
Move your
stockings
cursor a little
that
bit
have
up
been
to the right. Yeah, I think we're like right there.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. So it looks
Yeah.
like it's. Well, that's. Well, yeah,
So
I think
for those
I
of
think
you who are
Sirius
joining
is
us, we're
jumping
here
right
on
now. But yeah, I
dive
think it's
10.
right here.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, so that's 100.
That
That'd
looks
be
nice and irony, but
almost
you
dead
look the
on.
only
Okay.
one.
And then we're offset by
This
like.
guy here, maybe
I still think it's around 40.
up high.
'cause
You mean?
I actually I don't know where Sirius has been, but I don't think it's ever been as high as 62.
Yeah, I think they're referring to that one.
All right,
Your lasers.
we'll get close.
If you get
Come
too
in.
close, the light will
Go to where
fade in.
Sirius is now. And trace
Okay,
across.
so shore-based
hold
scientists,
there. That's at
I
80.
mean, this
Yeah,
one
I
pillow
I would
has some
think it
nice
is
iron
60.
staining, but I don't
You think
think
so?
the rest of the
Yeah.
area does. I don't think we really need to change our search pattern to go high off after this one
But,
pillow. Does everybody agree
because
with me?
otherwise
Although,
it doesn't make
there's
sense
a
that we're
nice
seeing
little
this.
high right
I
behind
mean, this
pillow.
right here is the beginning of the edge that you'd be seeing, right? So we'd be closer to here,
Full line.
which looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely looking
Or
for more
less.
than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, there's some more over here.
So we want to make our
Might
next
just
move.
be the
I mean, it could
beginning
start-
of things. I'm worried
Yeah,
we're
it's
not
gonna be
getting
60
high
either way. It
enough
looks
up
like
these.
if it's not way over here.
Here's some more staining.
So how far? When did that ship move in?
Coming up.
Look at that thin
So, you know.
Ship
section
moved.
on the
ROV
rock
dive
is-
would be
lasers.
an exercise
Is still in process.
education.
10 meters.
Okay, I think we should put an
Absolutely.
end to that.
And actually,
Okay.
Bill, I did mean to mention that. I think that, we've
Bridge
been
nav.
very lucky so far on this expedition in a number of ways. We've had very good weather, we've had very few mechanical difficulties, and we've had a bunch of really
Bridge
interesting
nav.
dives. As we
How
moved
far do we have
into
left in
these
this move?
hydrothermal vent dives, the one thing that's
Okay, we
important
can
for
go ahead and
everyone
stop
to
right here.
remember is that it's not always easy to find the hydrothermal vents, and that we have to sometimes spend quite a lot of effort to try to track back from these particle or chemical signals that we see in the water column, to try to track those back to discrete vents, especially when
coming
those
up.
vents can be very,
Big
very small.
patch
They don't even
coming
show up. We have
underlay
fantastic
through lasers.
high-resolution bathymetry here that Bill Chadwick and his team collected. Even that doesn't always show where the vents might be.
Coming up with you.
And so what we're doing is basically the best we can do. We're searching on the seafloor, trying to find a hydrothermal vent environment.
So there are certainly more of this staining than anywhere else on this trip so far since I've taken over.
You're right. I agree with you. But
And we
remember how the other
we're
day
on
when
the-
we saw the hydrothermal alteration, especially the extinct chimneys, how orange it was?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
We're just not there yet. We're not at that
Yeah.
strong enough signal to really indicate that
right.
that there's imminent hydrothermal vent anything right around here,
Copy that.
which doesn't stop this area from being very interesting. So right now we're looking at the eastern wall.
Yeah. So that was what I was going to tell you. I'm sorry when
That's
I saw
okay,
the
I was
spot
talking.
lobster and jumped. Was that we did our calculations and we moved easterly and we might be losing the western wall soon.
Okay.
So I
right,
can
so-
try one more hop, but it might not be there for
Perfect.
much longer.
Thanks.
Science, I know you guys can't actually age this area without an actual sample, but collectively, what do our geologists, everyone on the comms and you,
Hey, Deb,
believe
this
this
is
site,
Jason
how old
Woodhull.
is
I
it?
thought I would make a comment on the rarity of these habitats.
Please
Just
do.
so people might not know about this. There's only about 250 places on Earth in the deep ocean where humans have observed deep sea vents. And these vents, the vent fields are only on the scale of 10, maximum 100 meters in size. And if you think about the ROV, we're really only seeing
red dead
maybe
center.
5 meters in front of us.
Because
So
Want a longer look?
like kind of like finding
we should
that
at least
needle
start.
in the haystack to find these small habitats on the deep sea floor.
Backing back over. Okay. You can come in.
Stace, thank you. That is totally, I think, where I was trying to go, but I think you encapsulated it much, much better than I ever could have. that it's really hard to do this.
So,
and we've been given a lot of really great clues
yeah,
from
I think you want to get us
the
a
recent
move.
cruises that have been here
Maybe-
before.
Do you want to go
But
directly
as you
east?
said, needle in a haystack. But we
We're gonna
may
be going
not
like that.
actually find something
No.
today.
No,
Meanwhile, everyone on the ship is really, really hopeful, and we don't want to let them down.
we're not there yet, right? I would say go south
But
until we
a
get
great
level
point,
with it,
Stace.
and
I
then go
really
east.
appreciate that. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
dead south until we get to like where the ship is now,
Okay.
and then go east.
Can we match up? So we want to end up with our guy. Well, we'll go to
We can
destination
just-
first.
We can start up
Like we
and chase
said.
the local high. You know, we can just. Well, it's up to you guys. You and you guys sort it out. I trust your judgment. I'll just stay in view and drive.
Do we now think we're like near the eastern wall of that where the local high is, or are we still north of that? I'm a little
Something
confused.
fuzzy.
We're still
coming
north of that
towards
right now.
lasers.
We're
Never mind.
we're discussing
Rock shadow.
Okay, please discuss away.
I would give.
Ooh, look at these guys.
Start
They're,
tracing
like,
down
piled
from
on
there.
top of
Yeah.
one another.
See, keep going.
because that'll be
Ooh,
Yeah.
Is that a coral?
60 meters.
Stand by.
I would
Where?
just give us 40 meters,
Way
like
over-
dead south.
No, it's
yeah.
not a coral.
Okay. And then maybe head
I'm
over
sorry.
like at this angle
Wait for it.
Oh,
So
once we
side
get there,
when we get there.
once we
This
get there, we'll
view.
figure out where we are.
There's a sea
Okay.
star there.
Yeah.
See the sea star?
Okay.
And that
Yeah,
fan
I think
shape?
that's
It looked
good.
like the
Yeah.
stem of a coral on a big fan from below.
Yeah, so those just look like
Bridge nav.
whizzing in sea stars again.
Yeah. It was-
Another lobster.
Say again, Roland?
Another squat lobster. Near your lasers.
Oh, yeah.
Bridge nav.
You want to take it and make sure it's not a
Just
star?
Snap it if you wish.
Yep, snap away.
Can we get a 40 meter move at 180 0.2 knots, please?
Type of star.
Interesting.
We're gonna come dead south, Jeff,
Yeah, okay.
and then
So watch the. I don't know if you heard
get us
that.
a little closer and head.
No, can you repeat?
Almost dead east.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna come. We're still a little north of it. We're gonna come south, directly south,
Right.
and then we'll be right on the east wall of it.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you.
And then we'll head up from
How
there.
Yeah,
how
I
long
think
is that going
that's
to
a-
take
that's a good
approximately?
plan.
Can you guess? Approximate.
6 minutes plus the ship.
Till we get right on the east side of that valley.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say 20 minutes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So if you're comfortable, I guess I'll keep this wall in view. And we'll try to move south along this.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And if you
We're now going up the western flank of
We could
the eastern Pillow Mound.
keep an eye,
so
see if it,
you can see the slope has
changes
gotten
in sonar.
steeper and,
That's probably the best way
all
to
the
Yeah.
Pillow lavas have
estimate any changes.
gotten, more vertically elongated into long tubes.
what's in that hole? More staining, stained rock maybe.
Yeah, something.
Well, and you want to start just snap in real quick. We can address what's in here. Might just be another stained rock behind the rest of them. Oh yeah, it's iron stained rock behind. Okay, thanks. Roger.
Doesn't matter.
And as we move through this field of pillows, I
Keep an eye
might
on my tether there.
every so often suggest that
Animal.
people switch to stream 2 and take a look at the Sirius, which is always a nice view. Look at that. That pillow is just hanging out in space. It's like defying gravity.
But it's
But there are a
attached to
number
the
of
wall.
streams coming off the ship. There are actually 3. One shows the main camera. One shows the Sirius view, the camera sled that's above the ROV.
Well, and I'm sure we should
And then
get a
there's
zoom on this.
quad
Yep.
screen coming off stream 3 that has a bunch of
What do you
interesting
command?
data about the
Yeah,
dive
go
so
ahead.
far.
I don't
and
know
then
what
an
the
enemy.
wall's like. I'm afraid to touch
Eva?
down and like.
Look at the base of that thing.
So this looks
The
like
yellow.
another actinostolid, an enemy.
Actinostode. Oh, jeez. What is this wall
No,
like?
maybe
Is it-
not, because
is
it's
it
got the
pretty tough?
little,
Or
the
am I
little
gonna break
lumps at
it
the
if I
end of
put
the
a toe down?
tentacles. So perhaps it's an exocoelonectomy.
Probably gonna break it, huh?
The end of each tentacle is a little circular bit. Do you see what I mean?
I'm gonna give it a try.
I think you sat down
Yeah.
just fine.
Gotta try everything once, right? Roland, do you want a still shot of this?
I think you're pretty stable right now.
Oh, you are.
Do a little more zoom.
Wow. Roland declined.
Copy that. I'll just hold this.
And if we can look at the yellow parts of the base, I think that'll catch the interest.
Now you're, okay. Go ahead in. Testing my abilities.
Beautiful.
Should probably start feeling that move soon. I think I already have, yeah.
Okay,
Maybe,
pulling out.
Maybe not.
No, you shouldn't have that last move yet.
Yeah. Just jumping.
Oh, look at this staining. There's some yellow. Well, that's just the inside. Something. Want to come partial on this guy? Just get a look. Broken off piece, some yellow inside. Cool.
Well, if there were a whole bunch of those, I'd feel a lot better.
Well, maybe it starts small then.
Well, just because if there was a whole bunch of orange staining, I'd feel a lot better. Maybe not a whole bunch of broken pillows with orange staining, but just in general, a whole bunch of orange staining.
Thanks. Is this okay for your view, Roland? Do you want me to tilt up or down?
Say maybe back off a little bit.
Back off the wall a little.
Might want to waggle side to side periodically as you're going up.
Copy that. Yeah, we're actually sort of moving along.
That's some very interesting sticks there. We should view those.
Hey,
Yeah.
TriLab nav.
What's what, Diva?
Come in partial.
Oh, I don't know. Let's come
What
look
are
at
all
that.
the little stick formations?
I don't know.
Go a little more.
Geologists? Did anybody else see all these little tiny stick-like things?
Those are tubes. Look, there's a hole.
Oh, there are holes.
Anyone?
They're tubes.
I mean,
It looks like a
they might
sample
be little.
option.
They actually look like
they're rock tubes.
No, they look.
ropey on the outside.
Yeah, they look
but-
ropey. Exactly.
But shore-based geologists.
Your chance
Tell
for
us
your
what it
sample.
Can you zoom out again a little bit so that they can see the
Let me first get it
wider
tight.
view when you're done?
Yep.
I mean, they may just be little glassy stringers
These
that fell
are
off.
some of those fingers that have broken off and piled up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a big
but there are a
pile of them.
ton of them. Did you see how many there were?
Might want to follow in that
And
direction.
they're a little more uniform in size, a little less lumpy.
lumpy lump.
Full
Isn't
on.
that interesting?
Video is
The
implying
other
this.
thing interesting is that they have holes in the
If we
center.
want one, we need to stop
Yeah.
now.
Center of the screen now.
Yep.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna.
I
I'm not
don't
gonna
know.
recommend that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And
I thought that's what you were
on
going to
the
say.
No.
over to the left, I saw something that had a
Hey,
very
yeah, we're-
peculiar
Nah.
That'd be tricky. That'd be too
surface
tricky.
structure. One of these little. There we go. The one that's oriented about 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
2 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
Those are different.
Doesn't look like regular striations on the surface. This
No,
is
they really
weird.
look ropey. When you can, would you mind zooming back in again, please?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one you're trying to get a look at.
We're trying to get a look at, I think, any of those.
Oh, the general pile.
Yeah, the
Okay.
general pile. So
All right.
before, when we
Yeah,
zoomed
Roland,
in, I
come
think
in.
that the shore-based scientists may not have had a chance to see the whole thing.
Situating.
But
Yeah.
and there's a
Come up for you as you come under.
shrimp or mycetid or something floating around in here, but yeah. So geologists,
the one with the hole
I
in
think
it.
what's weird about it is there just seemed like there's a whole
Okay.
bunch of them, and they're all almost the same
Got
shape.
a few more minutes, or another minute or two.
A little weird.
Yes.
I'll turn to keep you in view.
Yeah, if you could just, I don't know,
30
drift
degrees off
backwards
heading.
and let it go downwards as you drift back.
What's that?
I think we've been
If you want
stumped.
to
I
drift
think all the geologists are
backwards
stumped right
and
now.
tilt
It's either
down
that
as
or
you
they're
go,
all off
or
to
sort
go
of show
get
them
coffee.
a few up
One
and
or
I'll
the other.
focus as you go.
Okay. I'm not sure I understand, but I will do what I think you're asking. I had a foot down, so I'm going to sink when I let off. Like that.
They really do look like they have that ropey texture. Oh, good. I've actually gotten confirmation that
All right.
everyone
Great.
is stumped. So,
Go
and I
wide
don't,
wherever you
I
wish.
don't disagree with one of Patty's comments, which might be, are these little pillow fingers like we've seen
Tilt up,
today
see if there's
previously?
anything
And
above
that's
in
probably
the
the most likely
distance
thing, but it just
causing it.
seems weird. They're very uniform in size. They were uniform in diameter, and then there were a
that
ton
is-
of them broken in place. So
It's pretty
it's a
sheer,
little
huh?
strange.
Yeah.
Just goes on forever.
We're going to want to come around
Survey
here
scientists,
soon.
I'm not sure we could get a
Okay.
sample if we wanted to, because I don't know if we can stop, but would you want a sample of these?
Come to your starboard.
Drop the target.
I'd rather keep
Boy,
moving.
Okay.
Better keep going? Okay, sorry. I was going to say yes, but, whatever Bill wants is fine.
Okay, I think we should keep going. I think they're an interesting anomaly in our day, but I think we should try to keep onto our path.
So as you come to center screen, I'll come back
Because
south.
Okay.
as
Yeah, I
a
don't-
reminder
I
to
don't know if
everyone,
I'll
people watching at home as well
necessarily
as our
get back to
shore-based
your center.
scientists,
I'm going to settle
when we
along the wall.
ask the ROV
Yeah,
to
that's-
stop
that
when
sounds
it's in
good.
the middle of a move,
We can kinda-
we lose time. And most of the time that's okay. We are more interested in making sure we get that perfect sample or that perfect image. But on a day like today, what we're really trying to do is cover enough ground that we feel like we've really made an effort to try to find these hydrothermal vents.
Thoroughly hunted.
Looks like
So we've
you're
been
coming up on a
almost
pretty sheer wall here.
almost
Yeah.
continuously on the move. Actually, today we've spent
line
very
up
little
with-
time
Where we
sitting
think we
around.
It's hard to
hanging out.
tell because I'm a little off. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I have
How's
to
your
tell you,
ship
I
move
think
going?
my
Yeah, so
shipboard
I was just about to
biologist
talk about
is
it's
not
done.
having the
So
best
do you want
day.
another 20
She
meters
keeps giving me
south?
looks.
To prepare for that, or do you want to just go head over there?
I would start just going east.
Yeah, we can
Well,
start
tell her
east.
that things are looking up for tomorrow, because tomorrow's dive,
But do very short moves.
Yeah, how about 20
a lot
meters?
more targets,
Before
a
we
lot
jump
more
east,
Yeah,
let's
we
get
wanna get
lined up
information.
east
Tomorrow's a pretty good test
and
for
get stretched out a little bit.
Okay.
I'm
we,
still-
we got
is just one of
Yeah.
those
10
cases
minutes
where we have some
before we move.
information
Yeah,
and
I don't want to.
it's just going to take a
We don't
want
wanna jump the gun on moves. It's better we stand around and wait than we push too hard on these
Coming up
steeper
with you.
parts.
Especially this is super sheer here.
Yeah, I just looked up and saw. I mean, look at Cirrus sonar and everything. It's fairly steep, so we'll just hold
Yep,
off.
Bill,
on it.
I completely agree, and I think that Diva she agrees, and she's just a little bummed, but I know it will all be made up for.
Okay. So
Either
I should
tomorrow if we
sidle
find
left
something
and-
interesting,
and
today
get you
if we
lined up
find
on
something
east.
interesting, or in future
You're-
dives
you're
when
just
we
about
see
there.
beautiful
We still have,
corals and crinoids.
We still have 2.5 hours left on this
Exactly.
dive.
Don't
We
be.
still have 2 waypoints to visit. I'm
Don't
still
be
hopeful.
sad.
I'm not sad yet. I'm just.
We're not sad.
She says she's not
I
sad, but
want to
she's been
talk
shooting
about,
me
as
looks of
from a
woe.
biologist, why today's dive is so important to find a vent site. Because we know there's vents at 13 north and at 18 north, so that's 5 degrees of latitude apart, or 300 nautical miles apart. And so it's important to know, is there a habitat in between? Because the animals that live in the north and the south in this region, on the back arc, they appear to have similar animal communities in terms of the species, but what's in between? We don't know anything in between. So I'm really hoping we find something in between today.
Yeah, so it's partly, how do those vent sites that are far apart
Sorry to sidle left
communicate
more.
with each other?